know your rights. You should research the laws and ordinances in your particular location. If you have a question, contact a lawyer. These are general news operating conditions in Texas. Your area may be very different. Again, if you have a question, contact a lawyer. It's best to be courteous to diffuse confrontations. Don't be belligerent. The First Amendment provides the right for anyone to make photos. With that said, understand that although you're within your rights, attackers probably don't know or care about your rights. Yes, you or your family could sue after a severe beating, but it's best to avoid that level of confrontation over a photo. Anyone can shoot in public places, streets, and sidewalks. Anyone can shoot where access is granted. Property owners have the right to deny access. As soon as you step foot on private property, you're no longer on public property. If you were invited, you can shoot. If not, get permission. This is particularly important in enclosed shopping malls, casinos, and similar businesses where the business owner may value discretion over publication. Understand trespass law by state. Generally, photojournalists can shoot until asked to stop on private property. Exceptions include military facilities and designated Homeland Security areas. Police may limit access, but they can't prohibit photography because that's prior restraint. You are not required to explain the purpose of your photography. Ask what law was specifically violated. Model releases aren't required for editorial use. Celebrities, politicians, and emergency workers have limited their right to privacy. These public figures only suspend their privacy while acting in those roles and/or while trying to be in the spotlight. Emergency workers are largely limited to their role. Meanwhile, politicians and celebrities, who both make their living by being in the public spotlight, have no expectation of privacy in public while they are active in those roles. If they retire, it's different. As a photojournalist, expect people to photograph and record your actions too. They have the same constitutionally guaranteed right to do so. They will probably be belligerent while they do so, but that's also covered under the First Amendment. Just ignore them and do your job. You have almost no right to privacy outside of your home. If you want privacy, stay home. The exception to this is medical facilities, which include ambulances in some states. Criminals have a very limited right to privacy until they are in prison and become a ward of the government. If they are in public view, they are also in public view for photos, even if they are in restraints. Before we move on, let's talk about long lenses and drones. These two items can circumvent a subject's expectation of privacy within their own home. Some states have specific laws prohibiting these items as a defense. Other states believe it's legal to shoot anything from your apartment with a telescope. As a general rule, don't shoot anything sensitive on private property that you couldn't shoot with a 50mm lens. The exterior of a house after a murder is safe from a public street or sidewalk. What happens inside the house through an open window is not. What's happening in a private backyard captured by a drone is not. Some of these laws are still in flux. Business security isn't sufficient to prohibit photography. Trade secrets aren't in public view. If they are in view, they are no longer secret. It's the business's responsibility to keep them secret. Trade dress is how a business looks. Businesses can't copy each other to trick customers into thinking that they are at a branded business. Trade dress doesn't apply to photojournalism. Coercion and harassment by private security is a criminal offense in all states. Private parties have limited rights to detain and could face criminal and civil charges. Private parties can't confiscate film. Ask for this person's name and who they represent. Report rights violations to police. Call before the offender does. Again, if you have any questions about your legal rights, contact a local lawyer. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends about the News Eagles channel. Please also check out my blog, website, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter feeds. Enough for now.